What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure I hit the like button, that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in and watching these reactions. Y'all seeing the title. Let's get in the video.
We'll send it back to you, Martha.
All right, Nate, thank you very much. With that, we bring in Alina Habba, attorney for former President Trump. Alina, great to have you here. Thanks for coming by today. I want to read what the judge said about this gag order fine that he put forth today. The judiciary law does not vest the court with authority to craft an appropriate punishment when $1,000 fine will not achieve the intended purpose. And he says in some cases you can go higher, $2,500. But he basically says none of that will matter in this case. And so it may be necessary. Jail may be a necessary punishment. What did you think of that? Do you think he's trying to make a point so that the former president just stops truth socialing about these people?
Well, when you say truth socialing, let's be clear what we're talking about. We're talking about a defendant in a criminal case who's being attacked politically, who's being attacked by his opponents, who's also being attacked by witnesses. And the witnesses in this case have no gag, have no their free speech, their First Amendment rights are completely intact. But then you have a judge who we've asked to recuse themselves for reasons that I can't speak to because of the gag order, as we know. And we have this all going on and on and on. And then he turns and makes statements like that. That is the exact reason, Martha, that the defense team has said this judge needs to recuse. There is a clear political bias here. We're seeing it through the comments. We're seeing it from the way that they speak to the attorneys on the defense table. I've been there. I get it. It happens, but there is no place for it. So I think it's completely unconstitutional. I think when you're a defendant, truthfully, these statements are the statements that you're allowed to hear from the defense, innocent until proven guilty, especially when you've done nothing wrong and when these all have been coordinated. This is past the statute of limitations, and I could go on and on and on.
I mean, everything you're laying out is is all of the perfect sort of puzzle pieces that would fit together for an appeal. Right. But this is the first part of the process. Right. So, I mean, it's possible that this jury could convict him. They hear all day long about Stormy Daniels and payments and Karen McDougal and all of these things, which all of the people that we talk to say is not a crime.
It isn't a crime.
But this is what they're getting.
That's right.
You know, they're getting filled with all day long.
That's right.
I mean, they may be persuaded by it.
That's right. And that's the concern that I raised last week. And we spoke on this issue. The issue I have is not whether Donald Trump and President Trump did anything wrong. He did not. The facts are on our side. The issue we have is when we have politicized judges and blue juries come in and they're supposed to be impartial, but you have a judge tweaking, reprimanding, putting down counsel on the other side, being harder on one side than the other. That affects the jury, and that's not fair. It's not right. Now, if President Trump was given a fair jury, a fair trial, like anybody else in this country would be, because his name is Trump, he doesn't. That's where my concern is. Not.
That's what it is too, and I've said that before in plenty of videos. It's that name. You know, it's that name, and I get so mad, you know, like I just got him. Let me put the seat up a little bit, though. I get so mad because it's like I just started, you know, obviously looking at these videos last year sometime, and I would see, you know, being a black, you know, man in America, you know, I live in the state of Indiana. We don't really go out as much anymore, but in Indiana there's different parts, you know, different cities, different towns. We do live in a town and close to like 3 other towns that I can tell y'all for real, like a big percentage, you know, supports Trump. And you know, it's always that percentage that don't. But one of the things is that, you know, being a black man and having family, I post my videos. I post on, you know, I don't so much post my videos on TikTok. People say that I should, you know, and people say that I should stay away. But, you know, when I post on Instagram, when I post on, you know, Facebook on my videos, and, you know, you have some family that, you know, obviously supports, you know, no matter what you do. And then you have some family that don't support you at all. And I'm not asking to, you know, but it becomes challenging is what I'm saying. It becomes challenging because there's a lot of people that don't wake up to the fact that that's what's going on. I know it's a lot of people that don't like Trump, you know, at all, you know, but they also see what he's going through and that it's not fair. They see that how corrupt things could be, you know, and, you know, there, like I said, there's also people that is in denial about this stuff and completely, you know, don't like Trump and think that, you know, they say, oh, he's a criminal, he does this, he does that, you know. But my thing is that ever since reacting and looking at these videos last year, I have seen nothing but, you know, the and maybe, you know, I don't know. You know, I don't know. We've had my dad on air. You know, he's a Democrat. My mom is a Democrat. You know, I come from a Democratic family. And like I said, last year I started doing these videos. I didn't know nothing between the Democrat and the Republican. I didn't know what a conservative was. I didn't know what a liberal was. I didn't know anything. You know, and then I started to know different things video by video by video. And I seen so many videos of how Trump does things, you know, how amazing he can be, how straightforward. We've gone over so many cases of what he's been through, and people on the outside looking in aren't even seeing. It's a lot of people that's not, you know, it's obviously people that is, but it's a lot of people that's not even seeing that. Put yourself in his shoes. And people say, oh, I wouldn't put myself in his shoes, and I don't want to do this, that. Put yourself in his shoes. It don't matter what it is. It can be something totally different. They can't find nothing on, you know, you innocent until proven guilty. You know, put yourself in his shoes. It is a lot of people I know, a lot of even former presidents I know, that wouldn't and couldn't, you know, go through what he's going through. And I say that because you can see the focus that he has, the great energy that he has. I just seen that I think he's doing he got a rally, a Trump rally that's in Michigan. You know, it's so many people that wouldn't do that because it's so much. That is a lot that has going on. That's going on. Thinking about your family, stuff that you can't make because you're dealing with a case, or you got to get this going. Honestly, I think, like, not even trying to be funny, all this was going on. This is his campaign. And what's going to happen and what they're going to see come November is that every single last one of everybody that sat there and tried to deteriorate him, you know, push him down, not backing him up, talking down on his name, doing everything that they can to put him down. It's gonna be it's history in the making come November, and that's how I look at it. You know, they're not doing nothing but helping him and helping this campaign. Honestly, all the people. So and they trying their hardest. You know, I react to a video and I will see. Oh, okay, yeah, boom. This case is okay, we done with this case, and we ain't gonna hear too much more about it. Boom, here goes something else. Trying their hardest all the way to November. That's what it is. And they not even knowing that they helping this man with his campaign. Way to take it. Having the supporters that he has, having support, you know, from his administration, on top of the blue, you know, talking down on his name, saying this, saying that, putting him on the news, putting him through this, putting it. They ain't doing nothing, making him stronger and helping the campaign.
The facts are on our side.
So with regard to this gag order, he apparently the former president took down these posts, as Nate just reported. Do you think that we're going to see a change in his behavior because he doesn't want to deal with this, because he doesn't want to risk going to jail?
I don't know. I think that the president is trying to speak for himself and is frustrated because the gag order, I would have you remind the American people, is not just for the president. It was for the president and anybody in his control, campaign, anybody else. How are you supposed to operate? He can't go on the campaign trail, and he's operating at the highest level you've ever seen. Look at the poll numbers. They keep trying to stop him. He'll find ways to fight back. But quite honestly, what I'm seeing is so inappropriate, so unfair, and so one-sided. I don't know how he can stand it, to be honest. It's hard for me to stand it as his attorney. And we respect laws, but we also respect the Constitution. And there has to be a change right now.
It's remarkable. All right, we'll be down there doing live.
Well said. Like I said, y'all, if y'all skip past that whole thing that what I was talking about, make sure y'all go back and listen to that, because that's just how I feel. I'm already not having, the best day, the first day of May, but I like when I'm, when I ain't having them good, I got a lot to say, but one thing about it is they're helping them. One thing that I've always learned, from somebody that, we don't really speak no more as much. Her name is Jen. She always told, me and Chris would react to music videos back then, or I would be reacting to myself. But she told us one day, she said, always try to find something positive out of a video. Even though, that video can be completely negative, try to find something positive out of it. And I feel like a lot of people is missing the fact that regardless to what the judge says, what the judge does, Trump, he like I said, he's got a rally going in Michigan. Find that positive out of that, Try to find that positive. I live by that. I live by those 3 P's. Stay positive, keep pushing, and pray. I live by those, and that's one thing that, that's always in my head. I suffer with anxiety and depression, and that's something that I'll always stick with, Positive, push, and pray. Keep doing that, and I'm telling you, good. Like I said, helping them with this campaign. Make sure you hit the like with that subscribe button. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.